How y'all doing? Back at it again. Can't really see too good. Well, that's the bike. Just coming out here in the shed to look at a couple things on my old engine. I did have a regular eBay bought 80cc engine. Bought the whole kit. Yeah, that's it. I was just rebuilding it. The piston itself blew up on me. That's the float that goes to my old carburetor up there. That's my old stock carburetor. And I got this one too. It's a, I don't really know what kind it is. I know it's a speed carburetor. What the heck ever that means. But yeah, that one, this engine right here lasted about 350 miles, give or take a few miles. It did pretty good. The cylinder here, is one of them that has the cylinder and the head is one piece. And I didn't really like that too much because I was thinking, okay, this is a Chinese knockoff engine, but it proved itself. This right here is the piston. Here, I'll get it out here where you can look at it. Yeah, it messed up pretty bad. Broke the top on the inside of both the guide holes. I have a new piston put in it. Brand new. I just need one more ring. I did have this windowed piston here in it because a boy had gave me a windowed piston for my other engine because gasbike.net forgot to send me the engine. Scratch that. They forgot to send me the piston with the engine. So I had to order a new piston, but I couldn't just use a high hole. I had to use a low hole. Well, I ordered one off eBay, waiting on them to send it to me, and yeah, it's been about a month, and they still have not sent me the piston. They just shipped it out. But this was a high hole, and I didn't know what my GT80 engine needed, a high hole or a low hole piston. So I just asked him if he had a windowed piston, because reed valves work better with windowed pistons. That's what I've been told. I put this in there, and it was bottoming out when it would go down and it would hit the crank on the inside. Well, I took a angle grinder and ground it off a flat piece on both sides around the bottom. Got as close to that hole as I could, hoping that I could put it in there and it'd run right, have enough clearance. Well, it didn't. So I put this piston on this engine with the reed valve, and it ran pretty good. It did a lot better than I was expecting it to. But yeah, this is my shop here. My workbench. It's all dirty right now. I haven't had time to clean, fiddling with that new engine and everything. A little stereo there. A couple chainsaws, weed eaters, all that stuff. I work on a lot of it. Some of it's not mine, but I just piddle on stuff, tear it apart mostly. This engine right here has a FM80, I do believe. Yeah, it's a FM80. My GT80, it did not have no markings on the crank rod. So that really puzzled me. I didn't know what kind of piston I needed. But if you ask me, I don't like gas bike. I don't like them. This is the first time I ordered from them, and like I said, I ordered that back out there. First time I ordered from them, they didn't send me a piston. And the cylinder, which that's not it, but the cylinder for the GT80 was supposed to be ported. It was ported, but it was ported very poorly. It was not a good job at all. The fins on it, I mean, you look at that one. That one's smooth all the way around. Nice fins. This one, jagged fins. The inside of the ports screwed up. I mean, they wasn't screwed up, but they was really rough. And I threw it together, but you know, on anything that's ported, it's better to have something that's polished too, just less resistance. But also, the other thing that I had trouble with on the GT80, where my bolts go for my intake, they have stripped out about halfway. And I finally got some to work, but I got somebody that loaned me a tap and die set. If they ever fail me again, I'm going to drill and retap them to a M7 size. The only thing I like about the GT80 is the mountain studs. These are M6, I believe, and the ones on them are like the Zeta 80s. They have a 8mm stud size. I haven't had time to purchase a Zeta 80, but I've heard them are some real good engines. I go and see Southern Custom CC. You look him up on YouTube sometime. He builds bikes, and he has some pretty nice builds, I tell you. He had a McCargy stretched bike, and that sucker was slick. I mean, it was nice. I really liked it. But McCargy's, they're stretched bikes. He had a Zeta 80 with the dial reed valve. I think it was a Walbro carburetor. He said that thing would go about 55. It's hard to believe, but it did pretty good. But yeah, I'm hoping the GT80 lasts pretty well. And sometime in the future, I'm thinking about getting another bike and doing a jack shaft. And on gas bike, they also have the what do you call them? What do they call them? They make for the GT80s, the GT90 conversion kit. I have no clue what that does, but I'm sure it's a bigger cylinder, bigger piston. But this carburetor right here, I've actually tried to run this carburetor on my GT80. My GT80 has a reed valve, but no windowed piston like this right here. And windowed pistons, from what I was told, windowed pistons only work with reed valves. You cannot run a regular carburetor setup. Well, mine does not have a windowed piston. It has a normal piston with no window in it. I put this setup right here on it and it would not run. But it runs great with the reed valve on no windowed piston. But the piston that Gas Bike has finally sent me, I'm going to try to put a window in it, or I'm going to get Southern Customs to put a window in it. And I might put it on there, just slap it on there, see what it does. If it makes a difference, great. Just whatever will be better. Like right now, when it runs right, that carburetor, the Keyhine 19mm carburetor with the reed valve, it acts up a lot. But it does great sometimes. Like today, I've had to adjust so much on it. They're so touchy. They're alright, but I can't say I love them. I mean, I like them. Okay, they're pretty good to an extent, but they're by far a good carburetor. I mean, they're good if you just ride it on the weekends or once or twice, a week or something. But I ride mine every day, and I constantly have to adjust on it. And I was told gasbike.net was a pretty good website to order from. Well, I should not have took their word on it, because they're really getting on my nerves, But if I order anything else, it'll be from Zeta Motorsports and Sick Bike Parts. Or eBay, eBay's the answer to everything. You can get anything you want on eBay.